What's going on, Soul Family? On today's episode, I'm going to be sharing 5 tips to have a conscious relationship. So whether you're in a relationship or you're single, these tips will help you. And understand this, if you're single and you're thinking, well, maybe this isn't for me, it still is for you. Because if you've never been exposed or understand what it takes to be in a conscious relationship, then you don't know what you don't know. So this can plant seeds within you to help you actually manifest that conscious relationship. So allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to open up and receive what's about to flow through. Tip number 1 is to be connected to who you are at your core. And what I mean by this is if you don't know who you are, then other people will come along in your life and project onto you who they think you are. I'm sure you've experienced this maybe with a boss, maybe one of your parents, maybe a teacher. You've probably experienced this at some point in your life. When you don't know who you are and you're not connected to your core, then no one else is going to know who you are. But when you are certain in who you are, other people can't put labels on you of what they think you are. They won't influence you. They won't be able to tell you who you are. And maybe you've been in a relationship before where it was very manipulative. And because of this, you allowed them to manipulate you because you didn't know who you are. But when you know who you are, people can't manipulate you. They can't tell you who you are. You won't keep showing up at that job to allow that boss to project himself or herself all over you and tell you who you are. Because who you are is a divine being, a being of infinite love and light. And if you don't know that, you should start to discover that. And you discover that through spending time alone, healthy time alone, learning about who you are at a soul level. Sure, you have many labels. I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm 28 years old. I'm a mechanic. I'm a lawyer. I'm a banker. No. That is not who you are. If you are not your thoughts, if you are not this body, if you are not your emotions, then who are you? When you strip away all of those things, who are you at the soul level? And you keep going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. You go beyond your ego, beyond the veils of the ego. You see, most people, they live in this box. And it's like if you were in a room, and in that room, there was walls all around you. Now, each one of those walls represents a veil of the ego, the veils of illusion. And the ego will only allow you to see so far, right? Because of its predicament of the models of the world that it has built, you've allowed to be built around you. So you see the world from a very limited standpoint. You see the universe from a very limited view. So the more awareness you build through meditation, self-reflection, healing, going within to release these things, you start to release those veils, those walls that are blinding you from seeing the truth of who you are at the soul level. So number 1 is to know who you are and be connected to that divine source. Number 2 is to listen. So when you want to be in a conscious relationship, or if you want to connect to someone at a conscious level, you have to listen to 2 people. Number 1 is yourself. You have to listen to yourself and monitor yourself. Become the witness, the listener, the watcher of your thoughts. And just by observing, okay? That's number 1, the first person that you should listen to. The second person is your partner. Because why? Your partner wants to be heard. So if you're not a good listener, like I know I wasn't for a very long time, if you're not a good listener, develop presence. When someone is speaking to you, be still. Don't fidget around and be on your phone or thinking about other things. When someone is talking to you, look them in their eyes, the windows to the soul, and connect with them. Be present with them. So if you're a man and a woman and you're sitting there and you're the woman and you're talking, whatever you're doing, he's sitting there listening. Now, if he's talking, she's sitting there listening. When you are present with another person, you honor them as they speak and you honor their soul. But so many people are distracted, okay? So many people are confused because their minds are so busy so they can't listen. And they're not even listening to their own tuition, their own heart. So first is connect to your own self, right? The second is listen to your source. Listen to that divine intuition. And as you start doing that, you begin listening to your mirror, which is your relationship, which is the reflection. I call all relationships reflections, because when you're brought into a relationship, which everything is a reflection, but especially in relationships, when you're brought into a relationship, it is a reflection of yourself. For example, if you're attracting to you right now emotionally unavailable people, it's because part of you is still emotionally unavailable. Or maybe you have an abandonment wound that you haven't healed. So this person keeps showing up in your life, this energy, we won't even call it a person. This energy keeps showing up in your life to mirror back to you what you get to heal. So think about that, sit with that, feel into that. Number 3, support, which support is such a beautiful thing to have in a relationship, right? But it comes from both sides. It's not just the man nor the woman. Both people should be supportive. Supportive of your partner's dreams and visions and goals. Supportive of your partner when they're going through something. And what you do is you create this safe container. Because when a person feels safe and they don't feel judged and they don't feel like you're trying to fix them or change them or make them better, you create this beautiful environment for both people to grow. It's like having a garden. Within the garden, you don't actually grow the flowers. The flowers grow themselves, but you create the environment in which the flower can grow. Okay? So it's the same thing in a relationship. When you're in a relationship and you create that safe container by being supportive, by being the safe space, not judging, not fixing, not changing, you know what I'm talking about. You create this environment in which that person can open, heal, and come to their own realizations and transform. Now, support also comes with sometimes needing to be a little bit gently aggressive, I'll call it, by being, I need you to stop saying that to yourself. I need you to stop being so hard on yourself. And you look them deep in their eyes and you're present with them. Because sometimes maybe your partner's really caught up in their mind and they don't even know what's going on. And they've gotten this pattern, this loop where they keep running through it. But by you being so direct with your love and you pierce right into their ego and you say, I need you to stop doing that to yourself. And you say it with such conviction and such love, they feel honored. But you only do that through building trust and making them feel safe first. Allow them to come to their own realizations. Be that safe space for them and watch how the relationship will just bloom like a beautiful flower. Number 4 is speak your truth. Now, over the years of working with many different female clients, I've noticed a pattern with many women having a hard time speaking their truth. Their throat chakra has been closed right down, because a lot of people, women specifically, have been told to shut up and their voice doesn't matter. So they've repressed their truth. So in a relationship, if they're not feeling well, they won't necessarily communicate that. They'll just kind of repress all that. And men do this too. I believe me, I'm guilty of this sometimes, but I've learned to let this go. We all do it. We all fear speaking our truth because our truth, we are afraid to hurt someone with that truth. We are afraid to tell someone the truth, right? We don't want to be an inconvenience or too much to a person by saying, listen, what you just did really hurt me. I need you to not do that again. That would be speaking your truth. So if your throat chakra, your communication is closed, start to open that up by practicing speaking your truth, man or woman, because we both do it. Allow yourself to lovingly speak your truth clearly with love. Everything that you do has to be done with love, because if it's done with ego, if it's done with anger, it will not be received very well. Speaking your truth is a practice. If you've been told your whole life to shut up, your opinion doesn't matter, your voice doesn't matter, What do you know? You're stupid, whatever. You have to start practicing speaking your truth. Now, if your partner doesn't receive your truth and they tell you to shut up, then remove that person from your life. Because if your partner doesn't honor your truth and say, hey, I'm sorry, I won't do that again, then you need to have a conversation about that. It's about setting boundaries, okay? This is a little bonus one I'm going to throw in there on the side. We're just going to throw in a little bonus one right there on the side, which is boundaries, okay? This one just flowed through as a download, a live download. Cool. Boundaries. Oh, this comes right along with speaking your truth. If someone is encroaching on your space, and that's a big word for me, encroaching. Encroaching? Yeah. Encroaching on your space, set a boundary with love. Say, I need you to honor my space. And you say it with direct conviction, looking right into their eyes. Or if someone's texting you a lot and you don't want to talk to this person, message them back and say, I need you to honor my space. You don't need to explain yourself either. There's a beautiful part about this. You don't owe anybody an explanation. You tell them, I need you to honor my space. And this will work with a boss, a parent. I do this with my dad often. We have a great relationship, by the way, now for all the years I've been healing on this. If my dad calls me, he's projecting all the stuff on me, I'll say, Dad, this doesn't serve me right now. I need you to honor my space. And immediately he'll flip, he'll switch, and he'll start talking about something different. Because a lot of times people just get so caught up in their own melodrama and their own stuff, they don't even know what they're projecting. So as the bonus one that I kind of just stuffed in there for you, I need you to honor my space. And if they don't honor your space, make sure you honor your own space and remove that person from your life. Do not allow a person to keep disrupting your energy field, your vibration, okay? This experience, this human experience of awakening, of the spiritual path is difficult enough. You don't need other people around your neck dragging you down. So if someone in your life right now is dragging you down, set a boundary with them. If the boundary doesn't work, remove them from your life. Because when you start clearing up that stagnant, stuck energy from people, from things, from jobs, from material possessions, whatever, everything else begins to flow in your life. I promise. Number 5, show appreciation. Give thanks to people that you love. Whether in a conscious relationship or not, you should be appreciative of life. And I'm not going to tell you what you should be doing, but my advice and my invitation to you is to be grateful, to show appreciation. So if your partner does something nice for you, they're thoughtful, just say thank you. I really appreciate that. I receive that. See, a lot of times I notice with a lot of people I work with is they don't know how to receive. Someone gives them a compliment and they're like, well, that makes me feel uncomfortable. They play like tennis. They go back and forth like, no, you're so pretty. But did you even receive the compliment in the first place? It's really nice to be praised. Everyone loves to be appreciated. Everyone loves to feel important. It's not that you need praise, because you shouldn't need anything from anyone else. You have everything all within you. Okay? But it's nice. It's like a little bonus from the universe to be appreciated. So if you have a partner who's thoughtful and you want to keep your partner, here's my number 1 tip. Be appreciative of them being thoughtful. I appreciate you so much for leaving me that cute little note. Thank you. And maybe you return the favor at some point. Maybe you reciprocate that love back. And you kind of just have like this love thing going on where you're giving and receiving, which is the masculine energy, which is giving. The feminine is receiving. Giving, receiving. We all carry the masculine, feminine energy. So if you carry both energies, then you're giving love and you're receiving love. You're giving love and you're receiving love. If this video brought you value, if this episode brought you value, share it with someone. Share it to your story. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments down below. I love you. I appreciate you. And as always, stay open, stay loving, and stay connected to that beautiful source within you.